Hey guys, in the following minutes I will show you the quickest way I know to solve this problem. So, let's begin.
Hey, what is going on, guys? So as you can see, we're out here in the jungle, and today I'm going to be showing you a few really cool survival tips and tricks. So if you've ever stuck in this harsh, unforgiving jungle just like me, that's definitely just not my video setup, then you'll know how to survive. So anyways, let's get into these. Alright guys, so as you know, fire is very key for surviving in the wild. Now, you may have a lighter, so if it gets wet at all, there's a good chance your lighter's going to be dead. If you brought a lighter and it doesn't work, like this one, don't worry, there's still a way to use it. Inside these lighters, if we open it up, there's actually quite a bit of cotton in here, and we can use that for some tinder. So if we just pull a little bit out and flip it over to the flint side, if we strike the flint wheel against it, we can get it to ignite and start a fire. And there we go, we have fire. Alright guys, so for this next trick, I'm going to show you a few ways that you can waterproof your matches. So what you want to do for this is take your match and then take a straw. Now we just want to break off a little bit of the head of the match, just like that. Put it into the straw, and then grab some pliers and pinch down on the end of the straw. Now we can seal it up using a lighter. Just like that. So just cut off the other end, pinch it down, and then do the same thing to the other side. And now we have a waterproof match. This method actually works great for storing a bunch of other stuff, such as a little bit of super glue. And there we go, we have our capsule of super glue as well. Now in a pinch, super glue is great for gluing cuts together. Just make sure you disinfect it first, but this can come in very handy. Alright, so another way to waterproof your matches is by using some wax. So all we gotta do is light a candle, wait for it to melt a little bit, dip our match in the wax, and spin it around a little bit. And now we're left with a wax coating on our match head. And a little pro tip, if you do this all the way down the match, it'll actually kind of burn like a candle and last for way longer. Then all we gotta do to use the match is scrape off the wax just a little bit and then light it. There we go. So once you have your capsules and your waterproof match, a great way to make a mini survival kit out of them is by using a Tic Tac container. A few other good things to put in here is some Kevlar cord. I personally like Kevlar cord a lot better than paracord because it's super thin and you can fit it in small places like this Tic Tac container. Now another cool thing to add is one of those garden lights with a solar panel on it. So I just took the bottom part off, but as you can see there's a light here, and when we add it to the Tic Tac container, it's pretty cool. Alright guys, so another way to start a fire out in the wild, if you're lucky enough to have a cell phone with a removable battery, then this can be a great fire starting tool as well. So first what you want to do is find some way to cover up this middle terminal right here. If you're in the wild, you could probably use this like sticker right here on the bottom of the phone, or whatever else you have on you, but I'm just going to use some electrical tape. Now, if we grab a little bit of steel wool, we can actually get a spark to jump between these two terminals, because these are the positive and the negative leads. Now, if you are in the wild, if you have any sort of really fine wire like this, that'll work. I don't know what your surroundings are going to be like, or if you just want to keep like a tiny bit of steel wool like inside the phone case. For survival situations, the secret to getting this to work is rubbing the steel wool back and forth along the battery, because if you put it on, if you just attach it, you're really not going to get anything. So you actually have to... I'm going to turn the light off so you can see this a little bit easier. You can see we're getting some sparks there. But again, if we just hold it on, like you'll get one maybe, but then it'll stop. So you have to keep rubbing it. Now to actually start the fire, what you want to do is find some very dry tinder and take the steel wool you have and wrap it around. This way the sparks will ignite the tinder and it'll light. But since we're not in the wild, I'm going to be using a little bit of cotton wrapped around a match. Ideally, you want to have the fibers going in one direction because that'll connect to the terminals a lot easier. Let's see if we can get this to work. Oh, got a little bit of smoke there. For some reason it didn't ignite all the way. There's how to start a fire with your phone. Now, if you're really in an emergency situation and your phone's not doing you any good otherwise, if you actually just puncture the lithium-ion battery, it'll create a huge fire. Or if you have a Galaxy S7, it'll probably just catch fire on its own. And actually, most any high-voltage battery, like 9 volts and such, will work with this method. Alright guys, so as you probably know, it's very important to have drinking water. And once you've got your fire going, with a few of those tricks I showed you, here's how to make a water purifier using an empty soda can. So just put your water in the top half.
Don't delay, click the link below to join our team today.